question concerning heavy metal. People who have dental filling often have a mercury poisoning, and how do you propose to lower the mercury content?
Questions about mercury fillings. I had the good fortune of working with Dr. Andy Savage for some years, who made a specialization in this area. She was quite convinced that the need to remove the mercury fillings was strong. However, I've also worked and had chances to communicate with many scientists who have convinced me that we do not know about the safety and security of what is being used instead of mercury fillings. I am in no way promoting mercury. In fact, I'm sure that it is a harmful substance to put in our body. And yet, at the same time, no one is guaranteeing that the various things that we can put in are definitely safe. I would hate to jump from the frying pan to the fire. A rather expensive jump at that. People who are having overt symptoms that they believe may well be related to mercury fillings are almost forced to deal with this issue. If you're having multiple sclerosis or something, you have to start looking. But again, I've seen fantastic results with MS by putting people on raw food diet. Not just stoppage of symptoms, but reversal of symptoms. So I can't always say for sure that it was the mercury fillings, because sometimes just changing diet was enough. The problem with removing the mercury is the amount of exposure you get at that time. And that exposure can be extreme. Even the people who say they know how to do it admit that there's exposure to the patient, and much worse exposure to the people doing it.
Very true, yes.
We have created a monster here. And I know that once the fillings oxidize, the theory is that they stop giving you any mercury exposure whatsoever. But the fillings also do shrink over time, at which point they're going to oxidize again on the sides. The good news is that once they shrink, they fall out. Then you can put something else in. It's a guesswork at this point whether putting in the glass that's being used, or putting in gold, or putting in any of the other various substances that are currently being used. Which of them is the least harmful at the moment is a question for hot debate, where we are left sitting in a situation of saying we know for sure that we're best off with our own teeth intact, and we are paying a severe price for the lifestyle we led that resulted in the decay of our teeth. I, for one, am not in favor of continuing with the promotion of dental problems. But as far as having the answers once the damage is done, we're sitting here with damage done, and we have to deal with it.
So this person who had an MS, did they have a lot of fillings?
Well, I've worked with many people with MS. Most of them have had a lot of fillings, sure. And we've seen good results putting people on a low-fat, raw food diet. Absolutely.